Hello everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. So I'm going to do a reading on the month of June 2021. Astrologically, it's a very active month. We start off the month within the eclipse cycle. We had a full moon, total blood moon, super moon, lunar eclipse on oh god, what day was that? Goodness gracious. I'm sorry. I don't remember the day. I don't actually remember what day it is today, so that's okay. Oh yes, the 26th, May 26th. How could I forget? And so we move into, and then Mercury went retrograde in Gemini on the 30th, was it? On the 29th. And so we move into this Gemini month where the Sun is in Gemini, the North Node is in Gemini, Mercury's in Gemini, retrograde, will be retrograde until the 22nd, and will still be in the shadow of retrograde into July. So it's an interesting time. And then, of course, we have a new moon, solar eclipse. I believe it's annular. I believe it's an annular solar eclipse, which means it's not total. At 20 degrees Gemini, which incidentally is conjunct the North Node of Donald Trump. And so there's that. And then we also have the second of three Saturn-Uranus squares. And the Saturn-Uranus squares is really the story of the year of 2021. And 2021 is a 5 year, so it's a year of change. We expect there to be a change. 5 is the middle number, right? From 0 to 9, 5 is like the pivot point. And when you're in a 5 year or 5 month, you have an opportunity to decide, are you going to further go and ascend and become, into that 6, someone who's more responsible, into the 7, someone who knows themselves, in the 8, someone who can manifest, and in the 9, someone who has the full experience of being human? Or do you just sort of fall into that 5, lower vibration 5, where it's change for change's sake? So there's that. And so we're at a choice point, really. And the interesting thing about that is that with the North Node in Gemini, and in the Kabbalah and in the Tarot, Gemini is associated with the Lover's card, right? And it's about choices. The Lover's card is about choice. Actually, even more than it's about love. So we have a lot of choices to make. And we have a lot of information that's going to be revealed to us this month. But because Mercury's retrograde, we can't take anything at face value. We have to move it through our filters. So no decisions are being made. We're just sitting back and observing. So let's take a look at what this month has in store for us. Generally, right? For you and me, what is it that we need to learn from this experience? What's the energies coming up for us? All right, let's see. Oh, we have a beautiful day here today. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can see out the window behind my head. How do I move? Oh, there we go. Oh, you can't really tell. It's lovely. It's sunny. It's breezy. We had 4 days of rain, and yesterday it didn't rain. But we were still drying out from 4 days of rain. And now today it's feeling a lot drier and beautiful. Okay, let's take a look. What is going on, folks? So we're here, the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about seeking balance is trying to hold your balance despite all the stuff going on around you, right? I mean, this guy is on a slippery rock. He's got these two pentacles. He's trying to juggle. It's windy. The sea is tossed. I mean, who knows? A wave can come and take him right out, right? We don't know. I don't see the wave, but it could be coming. So it is this ability to stay in balance physically, in your physical body, right? Pentacles, while all this emotional stuff is going on around you. Now, the eclipses occur at the nodes of the moon, and the nodes of the moon in astrology is the evolution of our emotions and our feeling nature. So that's why eclipse season is always very emotionally fraught. Always emotionally fraught. So so this is where we're standing. We're standing there. We're trying to keep our balance. We're trying to stay healthy, right? We still have COVID issues. We're still trying to navigate that. How do you go out into the world? Are you ready to go out into the world? Can you afford to go out in the world? Can you afford not to go out into the world, right? There's those questions. Not everybody is lucky enough to have the choice to stay home. So let's see what's crossing this. We have the Justice card crossing this. The Justice card is cosmic justice. And we may be seeing things and hearing things that we find upsetting. Why isn't this person being held responsible? Why is justice not working? You know, there can be that because it's in the position of the challenge, right? So it's a challenge. Now, for some people, the Justice Challenge card is challenging their ability to juggle, right? So in the case, if we want to look at the case of the 45th ex-pres there of this lovely United States, he's, juggling and trying to, and, doing the little dance and collecting all the money, and then justice comes and just takes his feet right from under him. So that can be a challenge for him. But for you, what is the challenge for you? Because that's not your situation, right? I think it's faith that things happen in the time that they happen. And man's justice and cosmic justice aren't always the same thing. Cosmic justice has there's a long arm here, right? It's like, on a certain level, time doesn't hold sway with cosmic justice. It comes around. It goes around, comes around. And it's true. I know some of you are out there saying, I'm a good person. I do good things. I endeavor, and all this stuff gets blown in my face. Like, why doesn't being good, a good person, matter? It does. It does. We are in flux right now. We are in flux. Let's see what's at the root of this. Okay, so at the root of this is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups deals with turning your back on something you've put a lot of effort into. Because it's not spiritually fulfilling. So this is a search for spirit. This is a search for turning your back on the things that you previously put a lot of energy and effort into. And that's a difficult place to be. It's a difficult place to be because there's a longing within you to do something different. And yet you're like, but I've put so much time into it. Well, I say there's no time like the present. If something is not fulfilling, then that is something perhaps that you need to walk away from. So that's kind of the situation here. All of it is this feeling of instability. Letting go of the past is not easy. It's what we know. Moving into the future is what we don't know. And the new moon, solar eclipse, and even the full moon, lunar eclipse that happened last month are north node eclipses. It's happening on the north node. So this is the time to move in a new direction. This is the time to take that step into the great unknown. Let's see what's in the past. Yes, burdensome. So all the burdens. And 2020 was quite burdensome. It was burdensome for the doctors and the nurses and the staff and the essential workers. Um, having to toil in terrible conditions that were unending and seemed like it would never end, right? Um, and so this guy wants to make it to this tower. Oops, sorry. And he has these steps to go up. But the way his beliefs, this card is associated with Sagittarius. So this has to do with beliefs. What beliefs hold you back from moving up and evolving? That idea of moving up is the idea of moving up vibrationally, closer to spirit, right? Closer to source. That's evolution. So what burdens, what beliefs do you have that were holding you back from that? Let's see what's in the sky. We have the Seven of Swords here. Now, this card is, to me, I see what you're doing. You think you're getting away with stuff, but you're not. I'm watching you. I think that this will be proof of some of your intuitions about situations will prove to be true. Will prove to be true. I think we're seeing things for the first time in a long time. Now, one of the interesting things about this eclipse is not only is it on the north node of the ex-president, but it's on the Mars of the United States, which it's asking us to relate in a new way. And Mars in the United States chart, this is the Sibley chart, the Sag rising chart, is at about 22 degrees of Gemini, conjunct Trump's sun. And it's in Gemini, so there's this divisional energy. There's a division here, and we have to come to terms with that. A country divided cannot stand, and we are as divided as we've been since probably the Civil War. So this is a precarious time we find ourselves in. But we're seeing things that we hadn't seen before. We're seeing institutional racism in a way that most people who weren't affected by institutional racism didn't see. People are learning about the Tulsa massacre, right, in Oklahoma. A lot of people didn't know about that. Wasn't taught when I was going to school. We're seeing how we're treating the Native Americans. We're seeing our relationship with Israel and what's going on with the Palestinians with a different view. The facts are coming out. It can't be black and white anymore. We can't live like that. Yes or no, with me or against me. We'll never survive. We won't survive as a country here in America, and we won't survive as a planet and humanity. Let's see what's in the immediate future. The Five of Pentacles. There could be some financial hardship. But the Five of Pentacles reminds us that we need to look to spirit. This is actually, in Kabbalah, this is a card of miracles. this is a rags to riches story that we can have. But you got to get to the rags first, I guess. Despite how bad it looks, you need to keep an eye on spirit. You need to keep an eye on spirit. This is a 6-week time frame generally, and so we might as well just call it June, right? Even though June's like 5 weeks. It doesn't matter how bad it looks around. Stay focused on spirit, on your connection to spirit. That's what's going to move you through this time. How it's seen from the outside. We have the King of Cups. I think this is seen as a time of healing. As a time of healing. Domestic situation. Things are ending. Things are ending for some people. The situation that you find yourself in is done. This is an end. But in the background, we see the sun rising. So the Ten of Swords is about endings, but it's also about beginnings. It's also about beginnings. We need to end the division. We need to end the family against family. You know, people in the families against each other. Again, just like the Civil War, there were families where, you know, some people were on the side of the Rebs and some people were on the sides of the Union Army, right? In the same family. Tore them apart. This is going to be, quite honestly, a challenging time. But remember, before the new can come in, the old must go. And we have 2 tens here, right? So there's endings happening. Let's see, hopes and fears. Yeah, new beginning. It's a hope. I don't think it's a fear. It's a hope. Nobody wants to continue the way we're going, right? And there's the new beginning. The Fool card. We're going to be going through the gauntlet, quite frankly, in this month. We're going through the gauntlet. And just stay focused on the light within yourself. Even in the darkest of times, the light still shines. You just sometimes have to look harder for it. Suspend judgment here. Suspend judgment. And, okay. Suspend judgment, and we will, on the other side of this, be in a whole new space, in a whole new place. So I want to see what was underneath it, right? We have the Fool, right? So that's a new beginning. And underneath it we have the Two of Wands. In the Kabbalah, this is the 28-1 vibration, the Two of Wands. It's about having a focus, 1, having vision, fire, being inspired, fire. The 9 of Wands, being willing to fight for what is right and what is righteous. And happiness. Happiness. I feel like with these cards, and I think it's to a certain extent true of June, astrologically, numerologically. But June is not the story. I think June, July, August are going to be one of those like, what just happened? But June starts it off. So there is healing, but things aren't going to look very good. So focus on what it is you want to bring into your life. If you want to bring peace and harmony into your life, then support that. If you want to bring new vision into your life, support that. If you want to bring creativity into your life, support that. Don't support the things you don't want to see. Don't give them energy. See, the thing that's happening is that the forces are competing for our attention. And if, 4 years of Trump didn't teach us anything, where attention goes, energy flows. And for somebody who's had to deal with narcissists in their life, with narcissists, any kind of attention is good attention, even if it's bad attention. They'd rather get bad attention than not be paid attention to at all. That's what I want to say. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe. And I will see you again. It makes me kind of be a little resistant to do card readings on the political stuff, I have to say. I'm really still struggling with that. I want to do it because I'm interested and I want to see the energy, but I don't know if that's the place we should be looking. So I'll keep you abreast on that. You'll find out. You'll either see me or not doing that. But yeah, curious. It's getting curiouser and curiouser. Of course, North Node and Gemini. Why wouldn't it? All right, guys. Much love. Take care. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for my new clients. It's great getting to know all of you. If you're interested in having a reading with me, please contact me. There's links below on how you can contact me. All right, guys. Much love. Take care.